So let's dive into a new platform called Seekk. It kicks off by asking a question that, let's be honest, is probably on all of our minds these days. I mean, seriously, do we? Our phones are already overflowing. We've got notifications popping up constantly. Do we really have the bandwidth for another app? Well, the answer, maybe surprisingly, is a huge yes. And here's why. Because none of the apps we're using right now are actually solving the biggest human problem we're facing today. We're more digitally connected than ever, but we're also more alone and, well, less productive. We don't need just another app. We need a whole new kind of connection. So what exactly is this problem we're all feeling? Let's break it down because this isn't just some vague idea. It's a very real, well-documented crisis that affects everyone, from students all the way to senior citizens. And look, this isn't just a trending topic. We're talking about the World Health Organization, the WHO. They've officially called loneliness a global public health crisis. Think about that for a second. They're putting it on the same level as major physical diseases. That's how serious this is. And if we bring it home to India, the stats are just staggering. The data shows that loneliness is hitting a huge chunk of our population, from urban adults to the elderly. The key thing here is that this isn't a niche problem. It cuts right across every single generation. So what's at the root of all this? Well, a huge piece of the puzzle is the way our digital lives are structured. They're totally fragmented, but our human needs, they're not. Just think about it for a second. You've got one app for professional gigs, right? Another one for dating, and then a completely different one to follow your favorite creators. But we're not built that way. Our need for an income, our need for companionship, our desire for community, it's all intertwined. This digital separation is a massive part of the problem. And this fragmentation isn't just an inconvenience. It has devastating real-world consequences. Get this. A staggering 45% of graduates in India are either unemployed or underemployed. That is an absolutely massive pool of talent, of potential, of purpose, just sitting there untapped. So when you put it all together, the crushing loneliness, the fragmented apps, the wasted potential, you start to see the bigger picture. This isn't just a gap in the market for a new app. It's a gap in our society. It's a human gap. Okay, so if that's the massive problem, what's the solution? How do you even begin to bridge a gap that big? Well, this is where Seekk enters the picture. Seekk's big idea is to be that one single platform that brings it all together. It's designed as a community marketplace, but not just for skills. It's for real connections, real income, and real experiences. It's where your economic needs and your emotional needs can finally meet. And the whole process is built around two key things: trust and simplicity. You can discover local talent, and you can actually check them out, read through their profiles, look at their portfolios. Booking is super secure because your payment is held in escrow, which protects everybody. And then you collaborate, get the job done, and leave honest feedback. The whole thing is designed to feel safe from start to finish. But that's all theory. How does this actually play out in the real world, for real people? This is where the idea really comes alive, when you see the stories. Okay, so picture this. A retired teacher in Delhi. On Seekk, he can obviously use his decades of experience to tutor local kids and earn some money. But he can also offer something else that's just as valuable: his time. He can offer companionship walks in the park. So he's fighting his own loneliness, providing a really important service to someone else, and earning an income, all at the same time. It's brilliant. Or how about this one? A bride-to-be in Jaipur. Planning an Indian wedding is a lot. It's incredibly complex. Instead of trying to manage dozens of different contacts, she can go on one single app and book her mehendi artist, her tailor, her pujari, and even a shopping buddy to help her with all the stress. It's a one-stop shop for a huge life event. And here's a really modern example. Think about a young professional in Bangalore. They have a big corporate event to go to, but they really don't want to go alone. So instead of feeling anxious about it or just skipping it altogether, they can book a companion for the evening. It's all about removing those social barriers that so many of us feel.
And it's not just for one age group. For a student in Pune, the platform is just as versatile. They can find a mentor to help with a tough coding assignment, find a buddy to play badminton with, and even find a date for a concert. It's hitting their academic, their recreational, and their social needs all in one place.
So, when you hear all these stories, what does it all add up to? Well, it's not just a random collection of services. It's actually the birth of a whole new type of market. And this is how Seekk sees itself. It's not trying to be just another gig economy app or just another dating app. It's the point where all these massive multi-billion-dollar markets intersect. The gig economy, the creator economy, the dating market, even senior care. It's carving out its own category, the human experience market. And the timing for an idea like this, it's pretty much perfect. You could say we're in the middle of a perfect storm. After COVID, people are desperate for real, in-person experiences. We're finally talking openly about mental health. And on top of all that, India's digital infrastructure, with things like UPI and widespread internet, makes it all completely seamless. All of this leads to one final and kind of provocative thought. I mean, we've seen big, disruptive ideas face a lot of doubt before, right? People said no one would ever feel safe enough to rent a room in a total stranger's house. And then Airbnb came along and completely changed how we travel. Then they said people would never get into a stranger's personal car for a ride. And then Uber basically changed the world. So yeah, today, the skeptics will probably say that people won't pay to rent skills, time, and companionship all on one single platform. But if history has taught us anything, it's that today's crazy idea often becomes tomorrow's how did we ever live without this? The only real question left is, will Seekk be next?